Good morning everyone. Thank you all for gathering today for the final presentation. My name is Sai Kiran. I am representing my team Mendix-TheHut. Other members of my team are Priya, Spandana and Himanshu. We have tried to come up with a solution for the problem statement workforce management which will minimize the manual tasks done by ERE managers. In today's situation, every ERE manager across different portfolios have their own mechanism to plan and track project tasks. We have developed a common dashboard to achieve the same objective in an automated way. Let me take you to our application. This application is accessible by both managers and team members. Let's log in using the manager credentials. Here is the landing page of our application. Here you can see 4 tabs. Each of these tabs is a feature addressing to a specific need of a manager. The first feature is task management. In this task management we have 3 tabs: projects, teams and employees. In the projects tab, the manager can add a project which he is currently working, or in the teams tab he can add the teams which are currently reporting under him, and in the employees task tab he can add the employees who are currently reporting under him. Here manager can add employees in a 2 ways. He can directly come here and add him in the employees tab by clicking on the add employee button, and by filling all the employee details and pressing on the save button he can add an employee, or else he can add an employee by going to the teams tab and going to the specific team to which an employee belongs. And when you open the team details, and here we have an option called add team member, and when he clicks on the add team member, a team member will be added to the specific team. Let us come back to the projects tab. Here in the project tab, a manager can add a new project by clicking on the add project button, and by filling all the details which are specific to that project tab and clicking on the save button, manager can add a new project. This is how a project looks after it is been saved. So here I have added 2 projects. When I open this project, I have a button called here as a new task. When a manager clicks on this new task, he can assign a task to a specific team member from a specific team. So when he clicks on the new task button, by filling all the task details like task ID, task name and the status of the task, and the task description specifying what exactly has to be done in this task and what is the duration of the task, he can assign this task to some team. And in the team he has to assign this task to a specific team member, and when he clicks on the save button, an email will be triggered to that specific person saying this so and so task was assigned to you by this team, by this manager. And even after triggering a mail, this task will be populated in the respective task management tab of the user. Let's have a parallel look how it looks like. This is the landing page of the user. When he clicks on the task management here, he can see the project in which he is currently working, and when he selects the specific project, here he can see the tasks which are configured for him, which are added for him by his manager. When he clicks on the specific task, he can have the complete details of the task, like what has to be done in the task, when it has to be started and when it has to be ended. This can be seen by the user. Here we thought of implementing an option like here we would be having a checkbox. When a user completes this task, he will check that checkbox, and an email will be triggered to the previous mail of the manager saying that this work was done by him, saying that this work was completed by him. So if we move back to the manager's login page, we implement the second feature here is the trainings. So when you click on the trainings tab, this is how the trainings page looks like. Here we have 3 tabs: all trainings, ongoing trainings and upcoming trainings. A manager can schedule a new training by pressing on the add course button. When he clicks on the add course button, a pop-up appears asking for the details of the course. Here you have course name and the mode of the course, whether you want it to be online mode or offline mode. When you check the online mode, it will ask for the online link, and when you check it as an offline, it will ask for the trainer of the name who is going to conduct this training, and the start date of the training when it's gonna start, and end date of the training when it's gonna end. When you click the start date and end date, it will automatically populate the duration of the course. And when you click on the save button, you can see a course added here with the duration and the details. And in ongoing trainings, we will show the trainings which are already started but not yet finished, and in upcoming trainings tabs we have the trainings which are yet to start, maybe from tomorrow or next week. So coming back to the trainings, if a manager wants to assign someone to take to go through this training, he can click here on this checkbox. When he clicks on this checkbox, we have additional two options here seen on the UI. Assign it to a team. So when you click on the assign to a team, you can assign it to the specific team like integration team or staging team. When he clicks on the when he selects the team and clicks on the assign course, an email will be triggered to the group mail which is configured within the team details of that specific team, saying that this training was scheduled for your team by your manager. Similarly, he can assign a course to a single employee by clicking on the assign to the employee option. Like when you click on the assign to an employee, all the employee names are populated here. When you select on the specific employee name and assign course, again an email will be triggered, and personal email will be triggered to the specific person from the manager's email, saying that this course has to be taken by you. Moving on to the third feature which we have implemented is scheduling. Here in scheduling, we have three tabs: employees, scheduler and shift. Initially in employees tab, we will have all the employees which are reporting under that manager, and in scheduler we have a scheduler, and in shift tabs a manager can create a shifts, like basically we call it as a shift templates. He can give the title for a shift and the start time and the end time of the shift. Like manager can create the shift templates, and when a manager has already created a shift templates and he want to use these templates, he has to go into the scheduler. So this is how a scheduler page looks like. Here in the scheduler page, we have not fully implemented this functionality, but what I want to give an idea of how we wanted to implement this. Here in the scheduler page, we have the employees name populated here in a column parallelly, and to the adjacent column we have the date boxes. When you click on the specific box of the date, a pop-up will be populated asking where we can schedule a shift for that particular employee. Like when I click on the 6 box, and pop-up will be populated which will have the shift templates which the manager have earlier configured, and he will select a template from that, and that particular schedule will be assigned to that specific team member. We couldn't achieve this because of time lag, but this is how we wanted to do the scheduling in the scheduling tab. Moving back to the scheduling, we have one more option called employees, where we would be populating the details of the all employees, and we would have a column like that shift column which would tell us under which shift the employees working. Like we would populate under which shift he is working, which we could not do because of the time lag. So moving on to the fourth feature which we have implemented was the performance review. So this performance review thing, only the manager is gonna have access. This performance review was also not completely implemented because of time, but what we wanted to implement in performance review was we wanted to populate the employees details, and in an adjacent column we wanted to populate his performance. So how we wanted to do this performance population was based upon the number of tasks which was assigned to him, and out of this number of tasks, how many tasks he was able to successfully complete, and how many tasks were still pending, and the rate at which the tasks were completed, like were they achieved before the deadline which given to him, or did they exceed the deadline given to him. So we wanted to populate these things in the performance tab. This performance review only manager is gonna have access, but user cannot see his own performance. So if we move on to the users UI for like a UI of a team member, like we have already discussed in the task management, he can see the projects in which he is working, and here he can see the tasks which are populated for him. And in trainings tab, here he can see all the trainings which are configured, which are added by all the managers in the area. And if he is interested in updating his skill set and he wanted to enroll himself for some training, he can do it by clicking on the enroll button. Here for enrolling, what we had a logic is like, if a user can enroll without any approval from his manager, if the duration is less than 3 days, he can directly do it. And when the duration is more than 3 days, when he clicks on the enroll button, an email will be triggered to managers saying that this specific resource has requested for this training, so it needs his manager approval for him to undergo through this training. And for performance review, we don't have, user doesn't have any access to the performance review. So this was the entire walkthrough through our application. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to present our ideas. We really enjoyed being part of this event. Thank you all, and good luck to the rest of the teams. Have a great day ahead. Bye.